Hi, this is Kathleen Hamilton with Wilmington University, and this is my technology initiative using Dreambox to increase student proficiency on statewide assessments. I want you to meet the Falcons. Meet Katie, Heather, Annette, and Tabitha. All four teach middle school math in the 6th grade at Stanton Middle School. Together, they have 48 years of middle school math teaching experience. One day in late May 2018, Katie, Heather, Annette, and Tabitha were sitting around after a PLC when they realized that Smarter Balance scores were in. There was much excitement. This was the first year that the students had said that they felt confident in how they did on the test. However, once they saw the scores, this was their response: shock, disbelief, disappointment, and a feeling of failure. They had spent many months doing practice problems, going through the curriculum, revisiting stuff, working with a math coach to bring up the scores. But whereas the scores did go up from 2017, they didn't go up as much as they had hoped. So together, they racked their brains. What could they do to help their students improve on the state assessment? When suddenly they had an idea. What if they could find an online math program that would work with each student individually to help them fill in these gaps in knowledge and to help reinforce the curriculum standards so that they would do well on the test? And they had an idea. Tabitha had heard of a program called Dreambox. It is an online data analytics gaming math program that students can work through at their own pace to help them to improve their math skills. The students were familiar with it because they had used it in elementary school. Maybe we could get it for the middle school. So let me tell you a little bit about Stanton Middle School. Stanton Middle School is in the Red Clay Consolidated School District, which is in Wilmington, Delaware. There are 707 students in grades 6, 7, and 8. There is a diverse population. Over half are Hispanic, about a quarter are white, and 18% are African American, and 3.3% identify as being other. 63.8% of 6th graders come from low-income families. On the 6th grade Smarter Balanced test in math in 2017, 41.4% of students in the state of Delaware were considered proficient, whereas 33.5% in the Red Clay Consolidated School District were proficient. However, at Stanton Middle School, they performed much lower. Only 9.2% of 6th graders in 2017 were considered proficient on the Smarter Balanced state math test in math at Stanton Middle School. A note, the 2018 Smarter Balance scores have not been publicly released as of the making of this presentation. They were a little bit higher, but not much. So together, Katie, Heather, Tabitha, and Annette found a need, and our need is that students at Stanton Middle School need to become proficient on the Smarter Balance to get on track to be college and career ready. Students need to have an individualized plan that will help them master skills that they have not mastered yet. And students need to have access to be able to charge their Chromebooks, to be able to use the program. Katie, Heather, Annette, and Tabitha created a committee and a vision, and our vision is that we are committed to improving individual progress on statewide assessments through the use of online tools. Our vision is that students will increase performance on the Smarter Balance assessment by using data analytics technologies that are engaging, such as the game Dreambox. And we envision that all students will have access to properly working technology, including access to charging stations. So our needs assessment results. We created a needs assessment survey, and we had 12 math teachers in the school, grades 6, 7, and 8, complete it, as well as 114 6th graders. Over half of the students and teachers responded that they do believe that there are math skills that they had learned in prior years, but they did not yet master them or they forgot them. Almost 80% of students said that they did use an online game to practice their math skills in the classroom this school year. However, if you look, the majority of them only used it sometimes. They didn't use it every day or even once a week. They only used it sometimes. The students were asked about what programs they had used, and you can see that the majority of the students used a game called Prodigy. Obviously, based on the lack of growth on the Smarter Balance, we needed to find another program. So we looked at Dreambox because this is one that they are familiar with, that they have used in prior years. We asked them if they felt that using a program would bring up their classwork and homework, and they said that since they had used it, they felt that it did improve their classwork and homework, and they also felt that it did increase their performance on summative assessments. When we asked them if they thought if they used a program, if their opinion would be if it would increase their Smarter Balance, and you can see the majority of them responded with yes or maybe. Only 7.2% don't think using a program would help them. The interest is in Prodigy because they're familiar with it, but as I said, we've used that. So we want to look at using Dreambox. So the students and the staff did recognize there is a gap in math knowledge. They do feel that if they use an online game, it will increase their math ability because it has. They have played them in the past, but not on a regular basis. They have played Prodigy, they're familiar with Dreambox, and they do think that an online math program will help increase their Smarter Balance scores. So our committee created a technology solution. The students at Stanton Middle School all have one-to-one technology. They have their own Chromebooks. Students enjoy gaming. They love to play online games. So the fact that they have the Chromebooks and they enjoy gaming, maybe we could use that to help improve our Smarter Balance scores. And the program we have chosen to use is Dreambox. Dreambox is an online program. It is adaptive. It changes every day based on how students respond to the program using data analytics. Each student is unique, so each student will have an individualized path of lessons based on their needs. It is gaming, which the students find engaging. And as Dreambox Learning calls it, it's a teaching assistant for every student. There is a video on YouTube that further explains the program. Our implementation timeline is in May and June of 2018. Our technology committee was formed. We created the needs assessment survey and analyzed the results, and we created this presentation. In August 2018, we will have teacher professional development for the math department on how to use Dreambox Learning. September 2018, the students will be introduced to the program. They will take 2 baseline tests, one through Dreambox and the other is a Scholastic Math Inventory test. And they will work on the program. In January 2019, they will take the SMI again, the winter assessment to check for growth. The teachers and students will be given a fidelity survey to see how often they are using the program and to gather their opinion on if they believe it is improving their math scores. And we will analyze the results as a committee. The students will continue to work on the program until May and June of 2019. At this time, they will take the Smarter Balanced Assessment in mathematics. They will take the SMI one more time. The teachers and students will be given the survey again, and then our committee will reconvene to analyze the success of the program. Our expected outcomes is that students will be actively engaged in learning mathematics skills. They will become more proficient, or more of them will become proficient on the Smarter Balanced Mathematics Assessment. That the Scholastic Math Inventory scores will increase, and that students will become more college and career ready. So in conclusion, students at Stanton Middle School consistently underperform on statewide assessments. If students can have access to an online math program they can use on a regular basis, the Smarter Balance and Scholastic Math Inventory scores will go up, and students will be engaged in their learning to help get them on track to be college and career ready. An online data analytics technology called Dreambox will help accomplish all of this. Thank you for listening.